Hey guys, Dynamite Man again. Just kind of giving a little bitty update on Zelda challenge that I was doing. I noticed that there wasn't a favorite Zelda game day, so more or less decided to probably go over maybe my top 5 favorite Zelda games of all time. Um, Not really an easy decision for me. Let's see here. Number 5 would probably have to be Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks is an interesting game. Just because it's so dark, it's probably the only one where one of the main characters actually friggin' dies. Um, yeah, she's, yeah, not to spoil anything really. But I really like this game, like the final boss, the mechanics of the train. The reason why it's number 5 though is that you don't really get an overworld in this game. It's kind of like Wind Waker, except it sucks a little bit more than that. The temples are pretty fun. They're challenging. The puzzles are good. Overall, I guess I could give it at least 3 stars. Number 4 would probably have to be. Let's see. Let's see here. Wind Waker. Yes. Okay. So, Spirit Tracks was number 5. Wind Waker's number 4. It's an alright game. I like it. I like it a little bit better than Spirit Tracks. It's probably the first. It is the first instance of Toon Link, where they try to, give him a little bit more character, facial expressions, make it seem like he's part of a small cartoon series, maybe. Anyone who's ever been at the scene knows that the mechanics are pretty legit for that. The the fighting mechanics are similar to those of Twilight Princess, which came out around the same time as Wind Waker, a little bit after, I think. The boss fights are relatively hard. I'd give that 3.5 stars. Okay, number 3. Let's see, Twilight Princess. Seems that I'm just kind of listing these down in order here because of their, I'm mentioning one and then naming the other. But anyway, Twilight Princess, I like this game. It's legit. It's tough. It's got my favorite Link of all time in there, Wolf Link. I like the wolf mechanics they use, using the sense of smell as a way of tracking people down. Boss fights are hard. I wish they would have had a little bit more fighting with Wolf Link, though, as far as like the boss fights. The only one that's really big is where you actually have to be Wolf Link is the final boss battle with Ganon. It's a pretty good game. It's really dark. It's especially when you're in the Twilight world. It's got a dark, gloomy feel to it, but there's some sort of, for some strange reason, there's a really happy vibe going about it. Because I guess he just kind of works so hard at getting everyone back together and, seeing everyone again. Let's see, number 2, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I kind of categorize those two together because I consider them to be one in the same story, not the same game, of course. A lot of people theorize that Majora's Mask is actually the alternate universe to Ocarina of Time. I am of the opinion that it was a dream that Link thought up of after he was knocked unconscious by the Skull Kid. Essentially, it's a it's kind of like Link's Awakening in the sense like that. I like the idea of that, and there's a lot of dark explanations for that in that sense. But Ocarina of Time is just, it was the first real 3D Zelda game. It's the first real attempt at actually putting out new fighting mechanics with a a locked target sort of thing that wasn't Star Fox. A little known fact actually about Ocarina of Time is that there's a hidden R-wing in the game's code. If you are able to get into debug mode and search and find out the code for it, you can actually have it out in real, like in the actual game. This was used actually for the Volvagia fight in the Fire Temple, because the motions are actually very similar to that of the R-wing. In case you were wondering, I got that information from didyouknowgaming.com and the YouTube channel as well. Ocarina of Time is just, you know, the King Dodongo fight, the Queen Goma fight, the Lord Jabu Jabu's belly. It's just, you know, an all-out, you know, new mechanic. I mean, we've dealt with, you know, Link's dealt with King Dodongo before in The Legend of Zelda, but it was nothing quite like this. It was like, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, in the Nintendo game, you had to lay a bomb out and hope that the Dodongo would swallow the bomb and it would blow up in his belly. The 3 bombs would kill him, so it's essentially the same fight, except it's more challenging because it's in 3D. Another little known fact about King Dodongo actually is that if you can actually defeat him without taking any damage at all and not having to risk going towards the lava, what you do is that you first need to acquire the Hylian shield in Kakariko Village in the graveyard and hang on to it until the Dongo's Cavern. You use this to defeat the lizard foes. Of course, it makes that fight a lot easier for one. And once you get to King Dodongo's lair, toss a bomb in, bomb flower from your bomb bag, whatever. It's pretty simple. And then when he curls up to roll at you, block. Just block. Just stand there and block. He will roll over you and you will take no damage. Trust me on this, I've done this 100 times. It's the only way I know how to beat King Dodongo. I did not know of any of going around the lava until I saw one Josh Jepson play through the game. It is actually I find it to be a very little known fact. I did not know about it. If you did, please comment about it, and maybe I'm just a total dumbass on the whole matter. Favorite fight in Ocarina of Time would have to be the this mini boss battle against Dark Link. Dark Link is just one of my favorite characters in all of the Zelda series, just because he's anti-Link. Just think about it for a minute. I don't really have to explain it any further than that. Okay. I could rant on a little bit more about Majora's Mask, but I think I'll post another video about that. So, game number 1 is A Link to the Past. It's just, A Link to the Past it's the first game I really remember playing as a kid. Granted, I've been told by my parents that I played The Adventures of Link. I don't really call it playing, I was 2. But, anyway. I really like A Link to the Past. It's the conversion between the light and the dark world, the boss fights, the armored knights, the Moldorm, you know, the fight with Aghanim, Thief. You know, there's a bunch of memories involved in there. I seem to have a lot of memories with swimming for some odd reason. It's one of the first Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda games that I've actually 100%ed. It took me around 12 hours to do. Now I can pretty much speedrun it in about 3 hours. And, I'm nowhere near perfecting that to attempt a record-breaking speedrun on it. So don't expect anything like that from me in the future. So I guess that's it. that's everything I have to say about this update. So if you like this video, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comment, post a video response, do whatever you want on it. This has been Dynamite Man ZGI. I will see you guys later.